Hello viewers, hello Zimbabwe, Masquera say, welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we give you the latest trending news in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor, or any bias. Our main aim is to make sure that you are informed about what is really happening, especially in the political cycles. So, I am back with the issue of PIUS Jamba, the murder of Moreblessing Alis. He was brought to court this afternoon by the police, and even if I'm tired, I feel that it's necessary for us to update the nation about that development. So he was arrested yesterday, and the police issued a memo regarding to the circumstances surrounding the murder of Moreblessing Alis, and we came here and we spoke about that memo. We discussed at length about that memo. So PIUS Jamba appeared in court because, according to the law, it is required for the suspect to appear before the competent court of law within 48 hours of arrest, and they brought him to court because today it's Friday. He was arrested yesterday, and today it's Friday. Tomorrow it will be Saturday. So they avoided to take it too long before they bring him to court, because after 48 hours, if they don't present him to court, they are required to release him. So that is the reason why they had to bring him to court. So PIUS Jamba is charged with murder of Moreblessing Alis. That is the charge he is facing. And the reason why they brought him to court was to ask the court to grant them an opportunity to remand him within the police cells so that they continue with the initial investigations. So they are still investigating. I believe that they want the suspect to go with them to the crime scene. They want to go to the Nyatsime area and get to know the real details of what really happened. In some cases, you would see the suspect pointing out how he did his things, or giving sort of a drama of how he did these things. And according to their memo or report, it shows that he confessed how he killed Moreblessing Alis. So what is left is to go onto the ground so that the state or the police get to know how he murdered him, because there are a lot of accusations. So they will need to understand from the Chibanguza bar, Pangari shopping center at the bar where Moreblessing Alis was taken away from. They need to understand how he took her away from the bar. They need to understand where they ended up killing Moreblessing Alis. So that according to, if you look at his stature, he's not so big. He's small, and you can actually see that it raises a lot of eyebrows for us to just admit that he dragged Moreblessing Alis into the darkness and went on to murder her alone. So they need a sort of a replay of what really happening, which means PIUS Jamba is going to show them how he did it, so that we can actually have a comprehensive investigative presentation before the court of law, so as to make sure that he is convicted and he is sentenced properly, and also to figure out if he acted alone, because there are some issues where you need to explain on the ground how you do it or how you did it. And if you fail to explain, you will be coerced or you'll be forced to say the person who helped you to perform another task. So they will look at the distance from the shops. For how long did they travel into the darkness? And why is it that the people who were there or the people who were at the bar, they never bothered to follow up on PIUS Jamba to try and rescue Moreblessing Alis? those are the issues we will need to see being answered by how he is going to demonstrate, how he is going to represent himself. So further investigation is very important. So I applaud the police for that, and they were granted that access, which means PIUS Jamba. PIUS Jamba returned to the police for further investigation. So he came to Harare Magistrates Court. He had leg irons and handcuffs, and he was walking on his own, and he didn't look so healthy to me, to an extent that he can drag Moreblessing Alis into the bush just like that. And I don't believe that he could have easily carried into the bush. And that is the reason why we need to have people visiting the crime scene, not only the police, but all concerned parties. And this brings an issue where the family lawyer must be released so that he can be part of those investigations. Where we are going to the scene, he must be part of those investigations so that he gets to appreciate what will be happening, so that if they want to raise any objections or if they want to cross-examine the suspect at a later stage, they will be using real information or first-hand information, not hearsays, because reports can be doctored. If reports are made by people, they can be doctored by people. But if somebody demonstrates on his own, he can be questioned, or write it direct there on the crime scene to say, tell us how you did this, tell us how you did that, so that people will be writing, people will be having a comprehensive reporting of what really transpired or what really happened. So that is what is happening, that is what was happening in the afternoon at the Harare Magistrates Court. PIUS Jamba appeared in court, and the magistrate allowed the police to carry on with the investigations. The reason why he was brought to court was to make sure that the police are given or are granted access to him for further investigations, because you cannot hold a suspect for more than 48 hours without him appearing before a competent court of law. Also, the prosecution will need to come and vet the charge sheet and see whether that person can sit or can go for trial. So because of those processes, you can actually see that what they did was so important. So I don't know if you have any questions. You can quickly filter them through the comment section. Please like you like. If you like, you make this video being spread to a lot of people, and this gives a lot of people an opportunity to know what is really happening. Our mission is to make sure that we give you updates about what is really happening in this nation of Zimbabwe, especially on the political aspect of things. We need to make sure that you are informed up to 2023. So that is it. We'll come back with another issue, a very important issues we have, but I think probably tomorrow. But I would want to talk about the power of Job Sikhala in just a few minutes, because I would want to make a comparison of how they both arrived at the Harare Magistrates Court. That is Honorable Sikhala, how he arrived yesterday, and PIUS Jamba, how he arrived today. So Honorable Sikhala is being charged for inciting violence. PIUS Jamba is being charged for murder. So these two crimes, they cannot be treated the same way. So, but I would want to make comparisons so that you get to understand how our courts are working. You get to understand whether we are going to get justice or not, so that we get prepared to make sure that, if possible, our leaders need to take precautionary measures to make sure that there is alternative route for private prosecution. That is if we get justice. That is if they try to just let the suspect go scot-free. So here are the comparisons which I noticed. When Job Sikhala arrived at the magistrate court, he was in a Toyota Fortuner vehicle, and there was a police car which was escorting the Toyota Fortuner, and it was full of police. And there was a heavy presence of the police at the magistrate court. So that is Job Sikhala arriving. And today, when PIUS Jamba arrived, he arrived in a Toyota Fortuner, and he just had some detectives, a few detectives, which were so they drove into the court with Honorable Job Sikhala. But with PIUS Jamba, they dropped him outside the court premises. That is another difference there. Honorable Job Sikhala, they drove him into the court premises, and PIUS Jamba, they dropped him just outside the court premises. So that is another comparison which I observed. And the other thing is that you can actually see that those issues, if we were to compare those issues which I raised, they raise a lot of eyebrows, they raise a lot of questions to say, why different treatment? Why is it that the person with such a grave or such a huge allegation or case against him, you drop him outside, and the person with a very small or tiny case, you drive him into the court? Why is it that you brought a military of police to the court premises for Honorable Sikhala and not for PIUS Jamba? These are the key issues we will see in the next few days. We are going to see those questions being asked by a lot of people, and I don't know how they are going to answer those questions. I don't know how they are going to defend themselves, but we must be concerned because of that. So, Team Zimbabwe, that is the issue we have for now, and I don't want to go any further. I don't want to go much further than this. I just decided to come with this issue and say, let's just report about it because it happened today. So, in summary, or in short, PIUS Jamba appeared at the Harare Magistrate Court, and the reason why he appeared there was to ask for a continuation of him being at the police, so that they continue with the investigations. So they have not placed him on initial remand. He is still under the custody of the police, and they've booked him back to their cells for continuing for the continuation of the investigations. So as I mentioned earlier, we will need to see them going onto the crime scene. We need to see PIUS Jamba demonstrating how he murdered Moreblessing Alis. So in short, those are the issues I thought that they are very necessary for us to inform you about, to discuss. But I would want to applaud the police Zimbabwe for the arrest of PIUS Jamba, even though they delayed. We can actually say, since he's now in police custody, and we have the memo which is confirming that indeed he confessed, we are going to see what is going to happen next. But there is one thing which might happen. He might raise an issue of confessing under duress. So we cannot, at this juncture, we cannot give much hope on his confession to the police. We will need him to plead guilty in the competent court of law. If he does that, then we will know that this case will begin to see the light of justice, because you can actually see at a later stage someone saying, I confessed just because I was beaten, just because I was put under pressure, just because of I was coerced. So those are the issues which might arise at a later stage and cause a delay in the delivery of justice, or might cause some issues to happen in between. I'm not saying that is going to happen. This is just a view, so that we get prepared for anything, so that we know how to defend. If those issues arise, we know very well how to defend. This is the reason why I've been saying Honorable Job Sikhala or another lawyer should be there representing the family, so as to make sure that they get a detailed representation of these investigations. So Team Zimbabwe, this is it. Can also subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Can also ring the bell, so that you get notified wherever we go live or we post an update, because we are going to roll my live wire to 2023. So long we are live, so long we have an opportunity to have live, we are going to continue going live wire. That is our mission, that is our mandate, because we have a Zimbabwe to save, we have a Zimbabwe to build, we have a future to save and a generation to save. So Team Zimbabwe, I love you all. May the good Lord protect you. May the good Lord grant you peace. May the good Lord grant you prosperity. May the good Lord heal you if you are sick. So that is very important. If you are depressed, find somebody to talk to, so that you get counseling. So feel free, if you are depressed, you can contact me to Batsrana in terms of assisting each other in terms of depression, how to deal with depression, how to deal with different issues. Because a lot of people, because of this, of the economy we are facing terrible conditions. So a lot of people are depressed, but you must not commit suicide, you must not die in silence. You need to talk to other people. So if you feel that you need to be part of this platform, you need to come here live, feel free to contact us through the WhatsApp number, which is appearing right on the screen, completely only or strictly for WhatsApp, not any other thing. WhatsApp only. So if you text us, you will not get a response. If you call us, you will not get a response. So strictly WhatsApp for that number. You can inbox us to Yapanapa. We'll give you a platform, we'll give you an opportunity to tell your side of the story. We'll give you an opportunity to talk to the people of Zimbabwe. So we intend to introduce a series ekuti ekutsvaga hama neshamwari dzinenge dzakarasika, which means if you are looking for your relative, if you have a missing relative, you can come through that WhatsApp number. Then we bring you live here from wherever you are. Distance is not a barrier. We bring you live here. We make arrangements to make sure that you come here live, and we announce the person you are looking for, the property you are looking for, even if it might be a cow, a goat, a dog, your daughter, your mother, your uncle. Feel free to come. We are going to provide that platform right here, so that we locate the missing people, or we ask the people of Zimbabwe and the international community to assist us in locating such people. So that is another development I need to announce, that we will be holding such issues. So we call it family reunion. We will have family reunions here. If you find your relative, we then come again live and celebrate together as a family. I know Zimbabweans being helpful. Zimbabweans, they love each other. They are very helpful. It's just that we don't have leadership. If we get to have proper leadership with the love we have for one another, we will see a very prosperous Zimbabwe, because you are hardworking, you are intelligent, you are everything. But we don't have somebody pamberi. So I love you all. You are the best people in the world I've ever seen. Thank you very much for being here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.